Good evening and welcome to the OH Report for Friday, July 24th, National Tequila Day. I'm Don Bryant. Getting right to it in local news, Richland County superintendents discuss school reopening plans. Richland County School District superintendents, in collaboration with Richland County Public Health and the Shelby Health Department, have developed a reopening plan identifying common practices that will guide the districts in decisions relating to the start of the school year. I spoke with Public Health Commissioner Sarah Humphrey this morning, and she said that she and her fellow colleagues meet with Governor Mike DeWine through a weekly conference, as well as with a group of state public health commissioners. She said that the decision making in regards to risk level determinations are made at the state level, and that local districts overall work in compliance with the state. A school reopening plan has been presented as a collaborative effort between the public health agencies and school districts throughout Richland County. Humphrey said that the superintendents meet weekly and that the local public health agencies were just recently invited to participate in these meetings. Although this is a turbulent time for Richland County, all of Ohio, and throughout the world, Humphrey says that she is proud of Richland County for rising to the challenge. As you can see in the red box, with Richland County currently being at a level 3, the school activities that are recommended includes school buildings may implement an alternate schedule or remote online learning, and facial coverings are required for any in-person learning. If we reach a level 4, it will mean all K through 12 school buildings will be remote learning only. Let's hope it doesn't get there. Tensions with China escalate after a closure of the Chinese consulate in Houston. Two superpowers that together represent 40% of the global economy are fighting. And we, the people, would just like to know what in the hello is going on. China is a huge country with over 1 billion people compared to the United States population of 328 million. And I'll tell you, every time President Trump says something about the China virus or Kung flu, it makes me wonder, what are you doing, man? What is the actual grand strategy, or what's the end game here? Same thing with former Vice President Joe Biden. What are your actual plans for international relations, and how do you plan on dealing with rising threats from the East if you are elected president? Let us know what you think here at the OH Report. Listen, most recently, tensions escalated with Washington ordering the closure of China's consulate in Houston, and because of allegations linked to China spying and intellectual property theft. So in response to these allegations, Beijing ordered the closure of the U.S. consulate in the southwestern city of Chengdu. In other news, my friends, China is now the largest importer in U.S. history of corn from the United States of America. Go figure. In upcoming events, the Shiloh Ox Roast is happening right now until 7 p.m. tonight. Go get you some delicious sandwiches, please. They are delicious, I tell you. In political theater, breaking news, Republican leadership says Ocasio-Cortez should accept Representative Ted Yoho's apology. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, a Republican, issued this statement saying, "I think that when someone apologizes, they should be forgiven." Yoho issued an apology for the abrupt manner in which he confronted U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And I'm not going to repeat what was said. So how do you feel about the House Minority Leader telling Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez that she should accept an apology? Who tells people that? You must accept my apology. I don't know. Mask on. Excuse me for a second while I do that. So hard to get this on. Dr. Fauci delivers his first pitch. You know what? It's just me here. Mask on, mask off. Dr. Fauci, the king of masks, throws the first pitch at the Nationals versus Yankees game.
From those there. So what you'll see from baseball 2020, we get a real good feel for tonight. And now one of the more well-known Washington National fans, Dr. Anthony Fauci, to throw out the first pitch.
Dr. Anthony Fauci.
What'd you think about that pitch? Awful! The first person to take the mound for the 2020 MLB season was not a professional baseball player, but that guy, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. So, in response to Mr. Fauci, I have something for you. Look at this nun who can throw a better pitch than the doctor. Check it out. And that, my friends, was Mary Jo from Marian Catholic High School in Chicago. And now taking things to the sports corner with Storm and G-Man. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Donnie. Floss Friday! As we look forward to the weekend, we wanted to take a look back on some old memories during Flashback Friday and Floss Friday. Garrett, in the old Crestview Getty Up, what clip are you going to share with us today?
You know, Storm, this clip is from my senior year of high school. We were playing Plymouth, we were on the road, it was very cold and windy and wet. My whole goal in this play is to push him out of the play, and that I do. And in fact, he even goes off the screen. So, I mean, it's just, the video shows itself.
Well, Garrett, it seems as you were as dominant as the Firelands Conference as you are putting down a McDonald's dinner box. Joining us now to talk about a few of his flashbacks is Big Dog Brian.
What's going on, boys?
Nothing much, just enjoying my Friday. How are you doing?
As am I. I'm glad that you invited me here for Flashback Friday. My flashback goes a little bit farther than you guys' who graduated in 2019. This is my 2003 yearbook right here that I had to pull out of the basement, and it does bring back some really fun memories. Looking back, I played 4 different sports when I was in high school: golf, track, football, and basketball. Lots and lots of great memories. Got to play against some killer athletes, and just reminiscing is always cool. So what we want to see is your Friday flashbacks too. If you have little video clips or pictures of yourself when you were a high school athlete, hit us up at the OH Report. Post them right here. I'm going to have some myself that we'll be playing probably right now, I guess, as we take a quick trip down memory lane. If I really think back about my favorite memories of high school sports, boys, you know, a few stick out. I got to play in regionals for both football and basketball. I shared off camera a story about basketball our senior year where you get a host, actually. You can be a host school, all black school. My school was predominantly white, so we had to go on the road. It was a really cool environment. We were down 3 late in the game. I hit a 3 that I thought tied it to send it into overtime, but I just missed it just before the buzzer. So that's kind of a killer that I still have nightmares about. I'll wake up in the middle of the night in the cold sweats. So it's kind of amazing, what is that, 16, 17 years way back in the past that I'm still having those thoughts. What about you guys? Anything stick out that you just can't get over?
Nothing personally for me, but you know, me and Garrett did graduate from Crestview, and just that last playoff game last year just breaks my heart every time I think about it. What about you, Garrett?
Yeah, I could agree more. I couldn't agree more. You know, I feel bad for those kids because it takes a lot for Crestview to make the playoffs. It's hard. They're in a tough division, but him missing that kick, it was very tough, especially because we're a little biased. But
Worked out well for East Knox and those Bulldogs, and went all the way to the state Final Four, though. So I know out there in Howard, Ohio, that they're not, wasting any tears over the Crestview Cougars and their shortcomings. And if I can, a quick shout out to 3-time state champions as a team at my school, the Moffat County Wrestling Team. 2001, 2002, and 2003. I thought that was a pretty killer achievement. I went and watched a lot of stud wrestlers at our school. We had many individual state champions, so that was really fun to experience and get a watch. I'd like to get more into wrestling this year as our coverage rolls on into the winter as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Enough reminiscing, I think. Brian, you have a couple stories from us from just around the horn, around the world. What do you got?
Yeah, well, tonight, hey, guess what, people? Baseball is back at Progressive Field. No, you can't go as a fan, unfortunately. However, the game is going to be televised. Indians are looking really, really good right now. They just swept Pittsburgh on the road heading into the weekend. First pitch tonight is scheduled for 7:05. We got Shane Bieber on the mound, last year's All-Star Game MVP, so that's pretty fantastic. And 6 straight games for the Indians to open up the season at home. So we actually have real sports back in the city of Cleveland this weekend. I couldn't be more geeked about it. It's a great step in the right direction. And speaking of baseball, the All-Ohio games are going down this weekend as well in Findlay. We are going to be on location delivering some awesome video action. Tomorrow night is the Home Run Derby as well as the All-Ohio All-Star Game. So we're going to have some killer highlights for the folks coming up this weekend. So guys, sports, it's almost here. August 1st also marks the first day of practice for high school sports. So we're about to get in the swing.
Oh yeah, the swing. No pun intended there for baseball. But I think that about wraps it up. I think Garrett's going to go ahead and do our send-off today.
That's Brian, that's Storm, and I'm Garrett. And when it comes to sports, we have all the balls. Back to you, Donnie.
Thanks, guys. Excellent report as usual. And that concludes today's report. Keep it right here at the OH Report, your new hub for sports, news, politics, and more. Tune in every weekday here on Facebook and on YouTube for even more updates. Good night and have a great weekend. I will see you all on Monday.